Namaste, good morning. I, Pratik Shahi, Head of Civil Engineering Department, welcome our Chief Guest, Honorable Director, IIT Roorkee, Professor Dr. K.K. Pant Sir, Guest of Honor, AICT Margdarshak, Pro Vice Chancellor, COE University Roorkee, respected Professor Dr. S.P. Pandey Sir, Managing Director, KIPM, respected Vinod Singh Sir, all the directors of KIPM Technical Campus, Dean, HODs, faculty, staff, and our students. As you all know, 5th June is celebrated as World Environment Day in the whole world. As per guidance of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, AICT has suggested to plan and organize activity for awareness on mission life. For KIPM, environment is not a subject, but it is an awareness. As we keep promoting, propagating, and encouraging our KIPM family to take it as a social responsibility. KIPM believe in action and setting example by demonstration. That's why we started this celebration half month before the World Environment Day. That was from 21st May 2023, which was inaugurated by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, AKTU, Professor Dr. J.P. Pandey Sir. So the activities which we have performed by our college in past 15 days are Honorable VC AKTU Professor Dr. J.P. Pandey Sir visited our college, inaugurated this event by planting a tree in KIPM campus. He also gave us his best wishes and blessings for the 15-day event on sustainable practice and mission life. Very first day, we started the activity from our campus by collecting solid waste and spreading a message in campus how to keep our surrounding clean. KIPM knows that their students are visionary, creative, and keep intimate knowledge, so we organize a slogan writing and poster competition. More than 60 students from different branches marked their attendance in this activity to spread awareness regarding point allocated in mission life. For next activity, we went in and off campus where our students did rally in different locations in campus and nearby slum area and promoted cleanliness through slogan and posters which were made by themselves. In continuation, we moved to nearby village from our college and conducted a cleanness cum waste segregation drive where we taught about wet and dry waste and its management. In this drive, environmentalist, climatic activist Dr. Sobhit Srivastava took part and he also helped us with his guidance. Moving a step ahead, we reached Ramghat on a bank of river Rapti, where students with the help of localite conducted awareness cum cleanness drive, where we try to understand the difference between Nadi Gandi hai ya Nadi mein Gandagi hai. It is our consciousness to make city green and clean for future generation, and for that planting trees are the best gift for our future generation. So we made a collection center in the city from where people can get plant with safeguard free of cost. Till now, more than 500 plants have been distributed with an oath to take care of the plant at least for an year. After seeing our various activities, different organizations like Fridays for Future and Indo-Global Social Service Society collaborated with us. We launched 12 different posters with pictorial message which was inaugurated by our respected Managing Director Vinod Singh Sir in KIPM campus. Till now, 6,000 posters have been pasted at more than 1,000 locations in city and nearby. To understand environment issue more technically, KIPM invited Dr. Satyanarayan Sir from Madan Mohan Malviya to deliver a lecture on sustainable practice and mission life. On 4th of June, Sunday, a cycle rally was organized where student and faculty member of KIPM with various organizations and localite spread the message of choosing alternative. Today, on World Environment Day, apart from this seminar, 3 activities have been planned throughout the day in our college campus. First, the exhibition of poster and model for environment based on theme RRR, climate change and cleanliness. Second, an alternative of single-use plastic. We will distribute around 1,500 cloth bags in and off campus. And the last activity today is Nukkad Natak. So thank you for listening me. Now I will hand over mic to Sarita Ma'am Mathur for further proceeding of the program.
Thank you, sir. We believe in go green, save green, and breathe green. Sorry, breathe clean, because cutting down of tree is cutting down of life, and pollution could never be a solution. A healthy environment is that which is sustainable for a longer period of time, and it is a source of life for everyone. With this, a very phonetic morning to one and all present over here. I would like to take a huge privilege to invite the guest, chief guest, Mr. Dr. Kamal Kishore Pant, the director of IIT Roorkee, and guest of honor, Professor Dr. S.P. Pandey, sir, the Pro Vice Chancellor of COE University, have already arrived among us. Now they are going to get connected with us through online. So please welcome them with huge round of applause. Thank you. Now I would like to request Dr. S.P. Pandey, sir, to please welcome our chief guest, Dr. Kamal Kishore Pant, sir, to welcome him by reading out his recitation.
Honorable Chief Guest, sir, Dr. KIPM, sir, Director IIT Roorkee, Honorable Chairman Sri R.D. Singh, faculty members of KIPM Group of Institution, participating students of KIPM Group, which has got 6 colleges. On the behalf of AICT, I welcome Professor K.K. Pant, sir, as AICT Margdarshak. And the responsibility of myself is to just see that this college should go in all holistic approach. So we are thankful you very much, sir, because you have spared very valuable time. It's not very easy to get a spare minute from your side. So we all are very much thankful. And today it is a very well defined days, and the KIPM has given the 15 days activities. And throughout the particular period of mentoring, I tried a lot to just go for a better and better way. And today is the day when it needs the attention from all the sides, especially your expertise of the whole world, technological changes, and they have got enormous and a huge experience. So definitely the Eastern UP students and Eastern UP, you can say academia persons, because they are in auditorium, and definitely it will enhance their knowledge domain in a, you can say higher domain, because this is the need when interdisciplinary knowledge is required, sir. And not only a computer a graduate and electronics graduate is there who is supposed to know only that, unless until environment, chemical, mechanical, whatever it is, sir. So as per our NEP also, it is all expected. So I'll not take too much time. I will invite you, sir, for delivering your blessings to all of us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So namaskar and very good morning to all of you. Am I audible?
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, so let me share my screen also so that I'll start also. Is my screen visible?
Sir, just it has, I think, just it is not visible, but it may come, sir. Now, yes, sir. One slide came, sir.
Okay, yeah.
That is pathways for a sustainable. Yes, sir. Now
yes,
it is full. It is on full screen.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, Engineer R.D. Singh, the president of the society, Professor S.P. Pandey, the guest of honor and Pro VC of COER. I hope Professor Bidyadhar Subudhi from NIT Warangal, the director of the Institute of NIT Warangal, Mr. Vikas Yadav, DFO Gorakhpur, and Mr. Pankaj Yadav, all the deans, faculty members, staff, students, and most important is the organization, that is the Asutosh Shiksha Evam Seva Sansthan, and who are under the aegis this KIPM is working, and a lot of activities related to environment is also being organized during the last 15 days. Indeed, it's a pleasure for me to be a part of this, and thank you for inviting me for this very important and where we talk about the Environment Day and celebrating it, and not only the celebration which is important, but execution is much more important. So I'd like to give in next 25 or 30 minutes what actually we want when we talk about a sustainable and environment-free world, then how the things can be executed. I will just cover the glimpse of that. I am not going to make it a technical. I will just give you some kind of the general discussions on this. So all of you know, just to start, already the professor from civil engineering and the organizers, they were talking about the activities. So we talk in terms of the sustainability. We believe in sustainability. And all of you know that, when you talk about sustainability, you talk the plastic waste, you talk e-waste, you talk agriculture residue. And in total, when you talk about how the earth is affected because of this kind of, whatever we talk in terms of the development, and how this development has affected the environment. And we discuss all these points. So I just start from this CO2 emission. This is a word, when you talk about the environmental problem, then increasing the concentration of carbon dioxide in the world is a big challenge, and already it has reached to a level of 420 around, ppm in the earth. And you see the per capita is again very important. So although US, China, if you look at the right hand side, US, China, these are the huge emitter of this. But India is also not behind. India is also third in number if you look at the data here. So this just says that India is third in the world, and created, when you talk about in terms of the carbon dioxide emission, it is around 2.4 billion ton. So out of 40 gigaton of carbon dioxide, 2.4 is also the contribution from India, and that has made it third largest, Per capita, because the population of India is high, so per capita is around 2.7, that is the tons of the carbon dioxide which is emitted per year. And if you look at the data of US, it is 20.4 tons per year. So huge amount of carbon dioxide, because generally how much energy you consume, how much food you consume, and how much water you consume, all these are interrelated. So I always call it a nexus, and that is to be resolved, and it is related to food, energy, and water. So already, our Honorable Prime Minister has declared, and this also we are celebrating under this lifestyle for environment, LIFE. The meaning is again very clear, which is already mentioned in this highlight which the Honorable Prime Minister said, that lifestyle for environment, So if you talk about these things, all of us to come together and take lifestyle for environment forward as a campaign, and I am happy that KIPM has taken it as a campaign, and lot of activities have been done under this umbrella. You see that, the environmental degradation and climate change impact ecosystem and population across the globe, that is the serious issue of threat, and that is where we are looking forward to address these challenges. So when you talk about timely action, 800 million out of this, 3 billion people are projected to experience the chronic water scarcity due to drought at 2 degrees centigrade warming. And this is where we are talking about global warming, and this is happening because of the increased carbon dioxide concentration. So especially for the young students, those who are here or research scholars, so it is not just a branch of one science or engineering. When you talk about environmental is important for the every branch of science and engineering. And new education policy also talks about that how a multidisciplinary approach is required. So you need to use for computer science graduates, right, who are working on artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, right, and the electronics, electrical, mechanical, chemical, civil, or all branch of physics, chemistry, maths, mathematics, and economics. They have to work together to resolve these issues. So all of you know this, when we talk about sustainable development, right, we talk in terms of the global change. That is the environment. How are we impacting, and are we able to make our earth what you have seen on the top or what you are looking at the bottom, right? That's where we are talking sustainability, right? So then it involves the human development, that is their societal, cultural development. Intergenerational responsibility is very important, which everybody has to understand. And right, when we talk about need versus greed or equity, and that is where everybody, what we talk about ethics, when you do the education, when you apply the knowledge, how much you are contributing from your knowledge to the society is very important. And that is the meaning of sustainable development. And of course, last, the social justice and all these things are important when you have to, right, understand this sustainable development. So meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation, right, to meet their own needs is important. And that is the word sustainability. You see, right, when we talk about the human well-being, we talk economic conditions of the process like employment, income, wealth, market, trade, productivity, right? Then what you talk about the eco and political, both are important, right? The conditions of the like law and order, national and homeland security, governance, justice, education, healthcare, science, culture and arts. All these are important when you talk about sustainability. And environmental conditions like air, water, soil. So these all are interdependent terms when you talk about, right, how this sustainable human well-being can be, right, provided to every Indian citizen or every citizen who is a part of the globe. So we talk like this, sustainable development and climate change, because these are interrelated. You see how much, if you look at your daily life, right, how much food you consume and how much you waste, how much energy you are consuming and how much are you wasting. Energy waste means, it means you are running AC, how many ACs you are running, right? What is the size of the room? When you are leaving the room, how are you controlling that, right? The AC, fans, lights, everything. You have to calculate that if you are running the AC for full day, right? 1 ton AC, how much energy it has consumed and what is the source of that energy. So that is the carbon footprint. How can you avoid, right? And that is where you can talk about how much carbon you are saving if you are using the natural resources like green light, right? Automatic light or light during the sunlight or use the sunlight. Those are the important things, right? And that is where it starts from emission from electricity generation. The power consumption, right? The power generation sources are the huge amount of carbon dioxide creator in the, if you look at the total carbon dioxide which is coming. So more than 30% carbon dioxide comes from the power sources, right? So besides the industrial consumption and all this, so this is very important. So these are interrelated, right? So climate change impacts on what you talk about hydroelectricity, adaptation, which is used, solar energy, everything. So that is one thing where you have to understand that how can you reduce the climate change damage? How can you induce and spread the technological innovation? How can you pursue the alternative development pathways? And all these social, economical, which I was talking earlier, all these are important, and young generation has to take the lead for these all activities. So when you talk about the principle of sustainability, it is sustainable design, sustainable engineering, technology, processes, product, lifestyle. So at the end, when you see this lifestyle for the environment, it means whatever the product, whether a computer, right, chip is being developed, how this chip is being developed, and when its life is ended, where does it go, right? You have to understand that you are using a lot of mobiles, right? Everybody using mobile these days, which is the need or necessity also. But at the same time, how much time you use it, how much energy is consumed when you use it, and then you recharge it, what is the life of the battery, and what is the end life. We believe in the concept of circular economy nowadays. So it means if you are using the electronic item, TV, computer, mobile, laptops, whatever. So after how many years you are throwing it into the dust? Just you understand that a battery, right? We have the right mobile batteries, your laptop batteries, and then you have a daily use, right? This AAA, AA type battery. Where do you throw them at the end, right? And where does it go? You have to understand, and this is where the need of the society, that everything, right, should be refurbished, reused, recycled, the way it can be done with the maximum number of cycles. And when it is not able to use, how do you dispose it safely is very important. So don't put it directly into the trash bin like a battery, because at the end, if it goes to the landfill, then the rain, or because of the acid rains and all these things, right, it will come again back to the water, and nickel, cadmium, all these things. What you see in the water, right, you get the problem related to water, and that again related to the food. And that is what I said, that this is a nexus of food, energy, and water, FEW. So we talk nowadays live, right, living lab project. This is very important when the students want to undergo for startup activities, because I always encourage the students, right, to look forward some kind of, right, own technology. You develop some apps for the society, you develop some kind of, right, technology for MSMEs, look at the industries, visit the industries, and try to improve the efficiency of the process. How, right, the MSMEs are working, how much water they are wasting, right? Are they able to recycle that water? All these are important. And if they are able to recycle efficiently, that is important. And if you can help them to develop or to improve their existing technology, it is an asset for them, right? The efficiency increase, it gives the more employment also, quality of the product, because we talk in terms of the vocals for locals and vocals for global. So your product quality should be of international market. All these things can be done when the students, staff, and researchers, right, they connect themselves with the state teams, right, and work as per the need of the hour, right? So this is a new concept, right, where the living labs are happening at a lot of universities now, and this is providing the opportunity to students to gain valuable learning experience and empowering them to contribute to their university. So actually the idea is that you give them more and more demonstrable projects, you give them more and more industrial relevant, right, projects, and then, right, connect them with the industry, connect them with the society, and that will definitely help in terms of what you talk about, embedding the sustainability through collaboration. So this is very important. No single branch is important. And now the amalgamation of these branches of science and engineering is required to develop a product or to solve a problem. So everybody talks nowadays, right? What kind of energy, right? When you talk about carbon dioxide, what could be the alternate if you can remove the fossil derived feedstock? So then we talk solar energy, hydro, biomass, geothermal, tidal. And again, you cannot develop the technology with just one branch, right? Again, I told you that again and again, that it's a multidisciplinary approach. You see the data, right? The presently this number is a small number, 6 to 7% of the US energy, if you see, right? And rest is again fossil derived. Same thing is happening. India imports more than 90% of the crude oil, right? And that is the major source of energy, right? We are using large amount of coal without capturing the carbon dioxide. That is the major source of global warming, right? And that is where we need to understand that how the percentage of this energy can be added with the fossil derived feedstock, because that will not be, we still have to depend on that. But what is targeted is that by 2050, the emission of carbon dioxide should be reduced by 50%. And by 2070, the India should be, what you say, that carbon dioxide free environment, right? That is where the target, right? So for that, you have to work since from beginning, and that is where India at 2047, right? What we are aiming when India is 100 years old of independent, that is the celebration of 100 years of independence. And then we need to understand that how the couple of things which can be adapted, right, through the different technologies, we need to work on this. So it is the basically the social state, economic state, and environmental state, right? And that is where the institutes have to, or universities have to play a big role, right? That is where the key to success, the driving forces from energy sector to the economic dimension. And this is where the triangle, and you have to work in all the right dimensions of this triangle in order to get this kind of success. So a lot of activities are already being implemented, right? You must have heard 5-star ACs and all these things, right? So star rating has been initiated. Now green building also, as per the standards, right, which have been given, the new buildings which are coming up, where we talk about the minimum power consumption, right? So how much energy is being consumed by a particular building, which are a new building, accordingly, right, the stars are given. And this is the trend where we need to work that how you can have the right heat pumps, right, different kind of heat pumps, which can heat the, right, the building when it is needed, or when you need a cooling system, then how, right, the airy and all the system, right, design can be made. So a lot of roles of engineering is coming, and that is which the Energy Star program is, right? This is established in 1992 for energy efficient computers. And since then, a lot of things have been developed, right? And the products to save energy. That's why I said, visit the industry, visit the MSME, and just try to identify how much energy it is consuming, what is the efficiency of the process, and in what way you can enhance the efficiency of the process. So these are the different products, right, which have been given the ratings under different areas. So when you talk about sustainable development of the future, so this is a big challenge, in fact, right? You see here, right? And you have to just calculate from the local areas, right? How much waste is being coming, right? How much plastic is being generated, how much kitchen waste is coming, and where it is being dumped, because that's on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. Some database is to be generated, and then one can apply the artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and try to find out what are the major sources. And it may happen, believe me, it may happen. If you understand these things, then you may train the local people, you may train the rural area, you may train the urbans, right, who are wasting the part of the resources available. If they use it efficiently, right, just for example, plastic, you can use it again and again, right? Same polythene bag can be used for carrying out vegetables and whatever the goods, or just the biodegradable plastic or jute bags can be used. So these are some basic things, right? So awareness about the society is very important. So this is where we talk about, right, which is you have to identify, right, the blueprint for sustainable development, which is, right, possible or not desirable. You have to identify those things, and every country, community, environmental stewards, right, and municipality, they need to take the proactive role in shaping. And the younger generation, that is the students, right, they have to mentor the locals also for this. They have to mentor the young generation also, right? So like in Gorakhpur also, you have plenty of opportunities for which, like the water problem, right, or this generation of the solid waste, and you can train the local people for that, right? That is important. So science and technology will play a very important role in this, right? And that is where you need to understand the meeting the basic needs of the poor. So I told always, right, the food, energy, and water. You yourself have, right, in hostel areas, right, you have to start from there and then try to understand it. And the managing the competition for land, soil, water, and net primary productivity of the planet. So that's what I was talking, right? The need of the hour. Mastering the energy, economy, environment dilemma, that is the important, right? This is a triangle which I was talking. And then talk about whether the nuclear energy or other sources of renewable energy can be used or not. But these are the matters, right, of debate, but it will come through the, right, primary base. And then, so all these, what you see here, the governance integrated development plans overseen by high level ministries, right? So this is where you need to look at and work accordingly, right? So the capacity building, right, which is from the university itself, right? When you talk about literacy and all this, data and monitoring. So a lot of, right, computer science and engineering role is there, right? Then partnership focused around when you talk about internationalization, right? Lot of, right, there are NGOs and social bodies who are working, right, for sustainable development, like ministries are working, e-waste, right? MATI is working on that. Then Jal Shakti is working for water conservation, harvesting, right, for irrigation purpose, how the water can be used efficiently, right? And there are for energy also, MNRE is there, DST is there, and lot of, right, government organizations, right, public sector, they are working on the new areas of the renewable energy. And that is where we need to integrate this global innovation system, right, for sustainable development products for services. So we talk biodiversity. So as right, Dr. Pradeep was also talking, right, that plantation, very important, right? So, and everywhere this is very important that every individual, right, should plant 5, right, small plants. And then you have to understand, right, in which area, right, what kinds of, it may be a different kind of, right, some kind of energy plant, sometimes it may be kind of fruits, right, or sometimes it may be just for the, when you talk about, right, the capturing the carbon dioxide from the environment. So that is, again, you need to understand the present and future state. And this is what people talk biodiversity. A lot of biodiversity parks are also being designed where the waste was being dumped earlier, and now these have been converted to biodiversity park. In Delhi also, you will find a lot of these parks. And similarly, it should be done in every part of the country, right? And that is, you start from your Gorakhpur area and then move to entire, right, UP, and then move to other part of the state, other part of, right, the country. So that is where the teamwork is also important, and government is also supporting Unnat Bharat Abhiyan or rural technology. So smart village, so how the village can be made smart, right? And how can you stop this kind of migrations, right? Otherwise people move from one place to another because the area is not developed, right? Let us develop our areas, individual areas where we are living, and try to work on those. And for this ecological process, functional traits, biophysical structure. So these are very important, right? You talk on genetic diversity also, species richness also. So this is also, right, living, right, when we talk about, right, the animals or these kind of birds or butterflies. So we have to look at, make the ecosystem, right, service. And this is where the integrated approach, when you talk about socio-economic systems. So ecosystem use the management, right? And there is the role of scientists, engineering, economics, mathematics, and that is what we talk STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and now medical is also there now, right? And all these is for human well-being. So you know that, right, healthcare and nutrition is very important. And when you look at, right, in the rural area, many, they do not have the knowledge about the nutrition food. That's why they know that International Millet Day has also been celebrated, right? So what kind of food is good, right, for, right, the common people? Health, safety, security, water, everything is important. Economic value, health value, because if health is good, right, if the, suppose the water quality is related to the health, food quality is related to health. We need to train the local people, we need to train the society, right? And then if it is there, then definitely there is a, right, because instead of the, right, going to the hospitals and other things, we are wasting our, right, that is the resources, and that can be utilized for some other purpose. So that is again important, right? So quality of food, quality of air, this is, you are improving your health in total. So this is where you see, right, institutions, business, policy, agriculture, forestry, fishery, environment, everybody, stakeholders have to come together and work and understand these things. So when you talk about this thing, right, mastering this economy, environment, sustainability, this is, right, this is triangle which I was discussing earlier, right? So we need to understand the reliable and affordable energy. Everybody's talking about that, right? So we need to find out the new sources. And when you talk about how you are using, right, the natural resources, right? Like when you talk about the economic development, so transport processing, conversion of energy, harvesting, just an example of biomass, you'd say, right? So biomass, you are, right, the farmers harvest it, they have the issues related to transportation. So they burn it on the ground itself. And that's why you must heard in Punjab, Haryana, right, stubble burning is huge. And that gives the carbon particles and the carbon dioxide. And finally, it, because the wind, it comes to the Delhi or north part, and then it creates the problem there. Right? So we need to find out solutions for this kind of problem, which are not a very big problem, but understanding, awareness is important. So you see here, the sustainable development we talk, right? We talk renewable energy. Awareness for this is very important, and for that, this education is very important. So it means we have to educate our society. We have to tell every Indian, right, citizen, the importance of the education, and then how the science and technology can be connected in this loop, and then talk about these things, renewable energy, sustainable energy, right, and many other things. So this is where we need to work together and find the solution. Nowadays, right, everybody talks about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, chat GPT. So again, the resources are available. We can, right, increase the things. So industry 4.0, all of you know, right? In education also now, because if you are doing something, right, you have to understand that how the science and technology is changing, and that has to be implemented in your education policy also. And new education policy has taken the lead in that. So if you look at how this, every subject has this AI, artificial intelligence, right? How can you use efficiently, right? Use every drop of water, which is important, right, for irrigation. How when you use these kind of pesticides, it should not be in excess. Which kind of, right, fertilizers should be used? What is the best, right, depending upon the soil testing, if you have done, right, and use the AI, then for what kind of purpose this land is most important. Lot of drone technologies are coming nowadays, right, for this. So that is the area where the development is required, right? And this is where you talk about harvesting devices, and then every branch of science and engineering comes in picture, right? So this is where predict crop, animal disease, pesticides, planning, livestock management, everything, right? Here also, right, the soil, crop, livestock health, everything you see. And that is where the sustainable development goal, when we talk, the 17 goals are there, then second 5 and 7, these are related to what I said. But in total, if you look at, right, all 17 goals have the interrelation with food, energy, and water. And that is where, right, the scientists, researchers, right, faculty members, students, research scholars, and the government bodies, they have to work together for this solution. So this is what I was talking, sustainable development, right? Clean water and sanitation, right? This is a global problem, in fact. 80% of the, right, rural areas in globally, if you look at especially in the South Africa, right, they also have the problem of water, right? Scarcity of these kind of potable water, right? Then clean energy, everywhere there is an issue related to clean energy. And that is, if you want to work smart water monitoring and management system, how can capture, right, rainwater, right, and use it. So rainwater harvesting is very important. How can you make the buildings, right? They are wasting large amount of water, right? Through kitchen, through bathrooms, right? Can this water be treated, right? Some kind of centralized effluent treatment plant, right? Or some kind of, if this is a big area, then water treatment plant, and recycle that water within the system. And that is where sustainability is important. We talk in terms of circular economy. So it means the new devices or new units which are being built up, this should have the concept of circular economy. No waste should go out from this locality, right? It should be consumed within the process. Whatever the waste, technologies are available, and that is where we need to. Same thing for the renewable energy, right? We are talking green buildings nowadays. We are talking the smart grids also, right? So how these, right, whatever the different sources you see here, energy sources, can be used, right? Whether it is e-vehicles, which is coming, hydrogen-based vehicles, right? What is the success story? One needs to do the life cycle assessment for all these, right, new technology also. And then how, right, one energy may not be good, you use the, right, solar energy can use, wind energy may be used, geothermal energy may be used. So depending upon the area, depending on, right, this study, and again, the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science are important for these studies. So Gati is another important program, right? When you talk about, right, the gender advancement for transforming institutions, we believe in terms of the diversity, equity, and inclusion. So women empowerment is very important. That is also related to sustainability, because if you train your women, right, one woman, if you are woman, you are training, right, then it means you are training the next subsequent generations. And that is also important. We need to understand. So like, so a lot of programs are being done under this, and IIT Roorkee has also developed, right, couple of, right, these kind of apps for this kind of training in the local areas. Then this is where we are working, right, algae water processing. So this can be done every area where we talk about micro remediation, resource recovery, nutrients, right? So this is not a big, right, kind of challenging, right? When you see biomass, and this can capture the carbon dioxide, which is rich in, right, lot of biotechnological routes are being done to develop these. So these can capture the carbon dioxide. Mushroom is another product, right, which can be cultivated, and then quality testing and all these things, and it can be. So these kind of materials can be used as a, right, biofuel, protein supplement, natural supplement. So all these things can be used for the process. And that is where we need to understand that how can we use the resources, right? And then local, right, what I am talking, what is the local things which is available, which can be used as a startup also. This is for younger generations, right? A lot of startup opportunities are there, and that can be commercialized. So all this, like you see, the RO plant use a lot of water as a waste also, right? So you need to look at the efficiency of this process. Same thing, what you talk about the greenhouse floors, right? Where you talk about nutrient solution to hydroponic, right, systems which can be designed. So nutrients drained, which can be collected, right, and can be used again for plantation purpose. Similarly, here this uses sewage water treatment plant for every local area, and this can be used biomass, right? And this can capture the pathogens, clean the water, and that is a concept of phytoremediation. Couple of these, right, RUTAC-based activity under sustainability is being done at IIT Roorkee also. All of you are encouraged to visit also the campus. So we are working on this like solar energy-based modified Bageshwari wool. This is the Uttarakhand, right, Bageshwar. And this is how women empowerment is being done. This is a kind of hydropower, right, what you call local, right, for the right grains grinding and all these things. So that kind of local, right, a small plant can be used for local areas. Development of micro level wool processing unit. So this is under rural, right, technology, what we call available for human and natural resources. And this can be, right, implemented in many parts of the country. For a student, this is important, right? When you talk about how the research, how the university should come. So knowledge and understanding skills, right, and attributes to change the world is very important. So when we talk about from a student point of view, right, then it is very important that we should look at every aspect of this, right? Don't focus only on bookish knowledge. Don't focus only on one branch of science and engineering. Nowadays, the world is changing exponentially, and you have to prove yourself that in what way you are good for the industry, in what way you are good for the society, and what is your individual talent working as an individual. And if you are working in a group, how can you help the society in terms of sustainable society? So system thinking, right? Understand the sustainability context of your discipline, right? So we encourage the student to make a group of 4 or 5 interdisciplinary, right, branches, think on the problem, generate the ideas, and then the administration have the responsibility that they can select the selected ideas, select the mentor, and give them the problem with some financial support. If the idea gets executed, then take it to the next level. And that is how when we talk about the local for vocal, vocal for local, or when we talk about self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and these are the solutions which we can do, right? So communication skills and relationship building is very important. Connection to the nature is very important. Ability to bring about change is important. So some risk is required when you do these kind of all things, right? Sustainability values. So ethics is very important. What you do, that's very important for the student point of view, that is your moral responsibility to the society, and whatever you are doing, right, it should have some kind of your own knowledge, right? Don't use the ChatGPT just for copying the things, rather use it, right, for generating your knowledge and then implement it. So just to conclude at the end, right, what is to be done in terms of sustainability? So create the future champions. So these are the young generations, right, within organizations and communities. So deepen and widen network to provide the strong. So we have to give them the educational freedom. We have to give them the professional freedom, right? And academy, institutes, right, industry, they have to come together to work on this. Then develop a future leaders program for young people. Work with partners to develop a model. So that is important. Focus on a strategy for integrated approach. So again, right, use whatever the 7 foundation to inform corporates and well-being plans, right? So all these, right, the government of India has a lot of, right, these kind of right, NGOs, and they have a lot of responsibilities to work on society. So they are working on this. Then develop the measures, right, for that matters at national level. So that is also very important and challenging. So we can work on this. So that is also being done. So work with private and third sector organizations. So that is where what I mean to say, that try to understand the sustainable societal problems and then try to make a group and then work accordingly. And this is the need of the hour. So with this, I stop my talk here, and thank you for allowing me to speak. So that then I would say that save Earth, right? Do whatever the best you can do with ethics, right? And develop, right, the technology, understand your responsibility for the society, and this is related to food, energy, and water. Thank you very much for patience listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your great words. And it has covered each and everything, sir, for all of us. Either it is students, faculty, as a management, also many things you have covered, the nation vision, international status, and all the things, sir, which is the need of ours and interlinking all the branches. So we are very much thankful for your words and your
Thank
time.
you.
And I hope that, madam, can you proceed further?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Today we feel that it is our one of the luckiest day to hear a word of wisdom from you. And
Thank you.
in a very simple language, you have made us all understand about the uses and importance of sustainable practice and mission life. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Your
you.
presence is highly appreciated. Thank you for joining this morning, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you once again.
Thank you. I made it little shorter because I have to go to ministry for another meeting. So NIRF ranking meeting is also there today. So
Sir.
I'll be leaving at around 10 from here.
सर थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, आपने आज इतना इम्पोर्टेंट टाइम पे भी समय दिया, हम लोग आपके आभारी हैं सर। और ऐसा ग्रुप को भी और हम लोग को मार्गदर्शन आप देते रहेंगे सर, तो हम लोग के लिए भाग्यशाली हम लोग रहेंगे।
Thank you for inviting me, and I request the organizers also to visit our campus. So
बिल्कुल सर,
I'll be happy to host you.
Sir, definitely we will invite you to Gorakhpur city also, and definitely management and other person will also visit to your place, sir. So thank you, sir. With your permission, we will proceed for our further lectures.
Thank you, sir.
Director NIT Vidyasagar told in the morning, sir, that he will deliver at 4 o'clock, sir, and he conveys his regards to you, sir.
Okay.
And we had been together in NBA committee to many institutions. So, sir, he wanted to meet you. So I said, go at Roorkee and take sir vision and help your NIT Warangal. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, please convey my regards to him also.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
And
He will
I'll be
contact.
happy to meet him here.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Madam, proceed further.
Yes, sir. Now I'm profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, who is none other than Professor Dr. S.P. Pandey, sir. Sir, I would like to welcome you by reading out your citation. So here, please. Professor S.P. Pandey, sir, he holds a B.Tech degree in mechanical engineering from KNIT Sultanpur, UP in the year 1987 and mechanical and M.Tech in automobile engineering from Madan Mohan Malviya Engineering College, Gorakhpur, and PhD degree in mechanical engineering from Madan Mohan Malviya University of Technology, Gorakhpur. He is Margdarshak of AICTE and an expert member of NBA for Tier 1 and Tier 2 institution under Washington Accord. Professor Pandey is an expert of AICTE for new national educational policy on theme reinvigorated the human capital by excellence in education. He is an expert of outcome-based education. He has successfully led the institution for best NAAC grading as director. Professor Pandey was committed chairman of Employer Satisfaction Survey Committee of NPIU, World Bank project, a national level for country survey for 2017 and 18 and 2018 and 19, 2019 to 20, that is under TEQIP 3 project. Professor Pandey was governor. He has been awarded Bharat Sanchar Samman Award by BSNL on 1st January 2016. Dr. Pandey was director of Rajkriya Engineering College, Azimgarh, UP, with an additional charge of Government Engineering College, Mirzapur, UP, and GB Pant Institution of Engineering and Technology, Pori Gharwal, Government Autonomous Institute, Uttarakhand. Also, he worked as a director of reputed institutions such as Galgotia College of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. He was also professor and head of Mechanical Engineering Department, Kamal Engineering College, Almora, Uttarakhand, a state government college of Uttarakhand government. He was offered assignment by an international universities, namely Al Jabal and Al Garbi universities, Gerion State, Libya. He has around 33 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic administration. He has been the member and working executive of different professional bodies like Institution of Academic Council of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. He had been a member of Research Degree Committee in Uttarakhand Technical University, Dehradun, and other few national universities. He had been a member of Local Inquiry Committee of Nagpur University from 1995 to 2000. He has taught a wide spectrum of course related to mechanical engineering. He has guided many PhD theses on mechanical engineering. He has published 38 research papers in Scopus Care, reputed journals. He participated in more than 118 workshops, refresher courses, and national and international seminars in national and abroad as guest speaker, invited speaker, session chair, or co-chair, and paper presentation. Professor Pandey is principal investigator of paid consultancy work of ambient air quality monitoring of UP Pollution Board, Lucknow, for Roorkee city in UP. Professor Pandey is a very well-known resource person of education. This implies that the day is going to come to an end, but his achievement has got no end. We are highly delighted to have you here, sir, today. So with a huge round of applause, I would like to welcome you. And I would also at the same time request you to speak a word of wisdom for us. We are all eager to hear you, sir.
Thank you, madam. We are very much fortunate to hear the words of Professor K.K. Bansal, Director IIT Roorkee. And today is the day of known word, that is World Environment Day, which is the 5th June, and it is the just awareness day program for the environmental concerns. And sir has given a vast informative knowledge across the right from one corner to all corner. And today we will be discussing on the particular day theme, that is the solution to the plastics. For that, I just prefer to choose this particular slide of around 35 to 40 minutes. And in that way, we will be just going through the particular facts of the this 2023 particular World Environment Day. We must know that the theme of this today's World Environment Day is solution to plastic. But on the same time, my screen is visible, madam?
Yes, sir.
And the theme of this is no doubt decided by United Nations every year since 1976. The particular concern of environment was brought by environment, that is United Nations. So every year it is observed on the same day. So we had observed that since last many years, every themes are changing. So this time, the West African country have been given the assignment around the United Nations to celebrate in general at the global level base leader in coordination with the Netherlands. And so they had put this particular slogan, and the slogan you can see on the slide, that is that is the Beat Plastic Solution, which will be covering under the World Environment Day. Last year it was one Earth, one day, something like that. This year and in the next year it will be changed. So coming to this nature and environment, we all are known that they are interlinked too much. Once nature is disturbed, it means that there are issues of environment. And after environment, climate change comes in the picture. So coming to the 40-50 years back, if you come to that side, you will see there was not too much discussion on these issues of disposal of either plastic or disposal of waste. Things were there, but not in this higher magnitude. Here one can see the things are being different. Climate and this nature are interlinked, and environmental concerns are different. And RO, I think Gorakhpur Pollution Board is also here. Mr. Pankaj, he was very much kind enough to give time for us. And this pollution has got three basic terms: solid pollution, liquid pollution, and or you can say water pollution, and definitely air pollution. So first of all, I'll because I have to go as per the time, and we all are aware that whenever we are facing the environmental problem, it involves whatever the air pollution, it is damaging each and everything. I'll take one example that today the congestion of traffic, fossil fuel emissions, carbon release, and other aspects in the nature has created a lot of problem in the globe. And for that, we are just observing their different diseases and all are interlinked with that issues. So definitely they are the concern. Here one can say, I'll give one small example, that if there was survey in the country that some sort of salt analysis they have done, that salt which has been prepared or manufactured from the sea water. In 1 kg salt, there were 90 particles of plastic, which is not desired for a human being. And you can imagine if a 1 kg of salt has got 90 particles of plastics, so definitely it goes to the human being and they reaches to the body inside and they create a lot of great diseases. So similarly, in the seaside, if you see, then there is a problem that fishes are there, they are getting dissolved, their skins are getting dissolved in the sea. Other than that, there are many species who are there inside deep at the deep belt of the sea, and they are also, you can say, dissolving that cell. So it all creates a problem. So definitely that concern is there. And the theme of this year is very clear that we have to see the plastic pollution problem. And for that, coming to this side, because the student should be known to all of us. One factor is there that we should know the basic, and it is awareness program basically. The purpose of observation of this day as a World Environment Day is to create awareness among all of us, whether it is students, faculty, and society, that why it is there, that awareness should be there from our side. And for what it is there, you can see the slide, this particular, it is presented, that is plastic. So as a student, you should be whether from any branch, computer, electronics, but this is the nature requirement, this is the time demand. So you also should know what is the basic and what is required. So plastic and petroleum products made up of log chain of hydrocarbon, they are non-biodegradable, remain on the earth for several years. And I'll tell you one thing, that today is the problem of the energy, renewable energy sir has stopped. Very much clear that support of the renewable energy is very much required, because you don't have fossil fuel for a longer period. Definitely in the earth crust, the you can say the crude oil and all, the cost will definitely go high. The level of crude oil is getting down. If you take the coke, it takes 100 of years to get a recreation of that, but it takes time. So definitely solar, wind, geothermal, biomass, there are many 7-8 type of renewable energy which can be added to this problem. You must be observing roasting of the power cut, because demand is too much and production is limited one. So definitely add on the things are there, which will be definitely support the, you can say, effort to maintain the climate in the order. So this is the plastic where we can know what this is. They are non-biodegradable. The second line is important for students as us, that they are not biodegradable. Biodegradable means they cannot degrade itself. So that is the problem. And if we go for the classification of plastic, this is the report of Central Pollution Control Board, that is CPCB, which has got its headquarters at Delhi. It controls the whole pollution and environment issues of NCR. So they have very much clearly classified into two ways. First is thermoplastic. They are a recyclable plastic. And second one, you can see thermosetting plastics, that is non-recyclable. Cyclable, if it is not there, then it is another major concern, because recycling you can do if it can be converted into other, it will save the person. But down the line, you can see 80% of plastics are thermoplastics. So definitely we are lucky enough to get those plastic in recycle status. An example of that thermoplastic, you can see it is polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene, and polyvinyl chloride, PVC, are most commonly used. We used to talk in our general term that this is the PVC pipe is there, please go and purchase 20 PVC pipe. Then you used to take the plastic, you can say items in the plastic, they are from the polyethylene, that PP granules are there, polypropylene granules are there. They are of a different density, low LD, MD, and HD type of this polypropylenes are there. So definitely they comes under the thermoplastic, and they are recyclable plastic. First, we should know what is plastic, then we'll talk about how to dispose it, how to create a solution to just avoid the impact of that disposal issue. And categories, properties, and application of plastic, you can see on this slide that there are, you can say 7 types of plastics which are marked with the chasing arrow. We call it a chasing arrow. It does not signify any literal meaning, but the arrow, you can say it is chasing each and every one. And 7 code and symbol for all plastics are here, which you should know. That first is polyethylene, and the very word code is very clear, PET. And the properties you can see, it is clarity, strength, toughness, barrier to gas and moisture, resistance to heat. And if is the application of this particular code, that is the symbol 1, is plastic soft drinks, water bottles, beer bottles, mouthwash bottles, peanut butter, salad dressings, containers, and food tray. Further going to second, I'll tell you one thing, the color of plastics are also very important. Most you can say acceptable color of plastics are creamy white, or any light color, because that is the preferred choice of you can say any plastic whenever a person goes for the recycling. Black color plastics are not desirable or not a choice when it goes for the recycling, because whatever the recycling nature of the product, after that it will have the black color. But in this particular color, what I said earlier, that the recycled plastic will be definitely having some sort of white color. Second type of plastic is very much clear, that is HDPE, known as high density polyethylene. This is, you can say used, they are used in containers, heavy use. All the plastics which are used in that way, they are made up of high density polyethylene. They have got properties, stiffness, no doubt. That's why I said it. They are used in container like very much strengthable purpose, strength, toughness, resistance to chemicals and moistures, permeability to gas, ease of processing and forming. And application, you can see a number of applications is also mentioned in the third column. Third comes to the third PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. Is very general use of our domestic, industry, institutional, or each and everyday activities. PVC cables are there, which we used to provide in each every area. So that the property you can see, versatility, ease of blending, strength, toughness, resistance to grease, oil, resistance to chemical, and clarity. And fourth type of plastic, it is LD. That is in Gorakhpur, I know because I belong to that city. There are a number of plastic small industries in the industrial area behind Gorakhpur city. I think now it may be everywhere, but in that area at some time we had used it in 1988. And this LD used to be only there is in India, only IPCL was there at that time. Indo Petrochemical Drugs Limited, IDPL, Petrochemical Limited. That was the only manufacturer in the country. That was the government organization. And they used to try, and there were waiting period. Meaning by a particular firm wants this LD method, they have to wait for 2 months, 1 month, something like that. And they have got a property, you are, whatever item you are purchasing from any shop or mall, or you are getting the LD type plastics. And ease of that, the property you can see, ease of processing, barrier to moisture, strength, toughness, flexibility, and ease of stirring. Students should know, because the time has changed. Professor Pant said very rightly that time is now for knowing each and everything. We should not be dependent upon ChatGPT to create an answer for each and every. ChatGPT is only there which can support our own creation of. So you as a student, as a graduate, know maximum information, whatever it is aware or what is it is being informed. Next is you can see polypropylene, where it is denoted with the word PP. PP is also there, very popular in small plastic industries. Everyone used to ask PP, I want PP of this size. So the shopkeeper will immediately go inside and he will brought you this PP. And that has got the property it is mentioned. Sixth is known as PS, polystyrene. Now polystyrene is also very well defined and very commonly known to each and everyone. That is the code of the polystyrene is 6.1. 7 is you can say that is others category. At others category may nylon, then acrylic, nitrile, sterling, like that. And they have got very specific you can say custom products. Bottles are there. Where a large number of plastic bottles are there. But one thing is that I'll request to all of you that coming to this important slide, because it is all we have to check and we have to stop if it is required. although government has announced many times in last 15 years, I am observing every time the government used to issue the circular, and as a director, VCB used to receive, and UPTO and whatever that don't use this type of one, or you can say single-use plastic should be avoided. So this slide you can see, we have to ensure from our side that it should be used to be minimum if it at all is necessary. That is plastic, water bottles and pouches. They are the single use, and after using, you are just keeping at some other place, and it is going to a waste. Now you see, it is if it is a non-biodegradable item, so definitely at every place wherever it is going, it is not going to biodegrade itself. So definitely after some time, it is creating a lot of problem. So this type of things should be minimum. Plastic bottle in functions in the institutions or universities, and we used to see that in dining area when it is lunch hour, then bottles are there. Plastic is a small bottle. So why it should be there? See the scenario of 30 years back, there was no 35 years back, 40 years, there was no such type of plastic bottle concept was there. Plastic spoon, forks, straws, glasses, plates. We all are aware. It is not like that this is the new information which I am delivering. We all know that these things are existing in our society and for our common purpose or in any program, conferences, functions, or anywhere. But this is the day when we have to observe. This is the day, purpose of this celebration is only to make the awareness again to the stakeholders of all the, you can say, trust bodies, institutions, whether it is corporate, it is ministry, or it is this educational, higher educational side, that to create again an awareness that this is damaging the particular scenario of nature. So that's why it is an awareness program, and we are awareing each and everything which is desired from our own side. That plastic carry bags, definitely in between you must have heard there is a word no, in some time in any market you go, they will not give you the plastic carry bag with your item. They will charge money for that. So definitely it may take time. Our population of the country is big one, so it will take time to eradicate this issue. Now see the wet pipes for personal and domestic use, fast food containers or meal/sandwich wraps, salad boxes with hot and cold food. So definitely for that, we have to also see that green plastic is also there. I will come to that side, that green plastic has already came in the picture. So that way, beverage bottles, bar, wine bottles, liquid refreshment, juices, medicine packagings, and instant beverage milk. So all these points, whatever I have shown on this single slide, are, you can say, an alarming things, which is not appreciated nowadays because they are really creating a lot of damage to the human health. Finally, it goes to the human health side only. Whatever the wastage it is, solid waste, liquid waste, or water waste, or air pollution, it all creates a great loss to this human side. That is the concern. So we have to be careful. We don't, if as a citizen of our country, we can say, yes, we will not call any plastic bottle in our campus. We will not give any order to any particular which will be supplied through the pouches, plastic spoon, this thing. And definitely, if we are keeping ourselves away, a little bit mindset will be developed, and sooner or later it will give a good solution of disposal of plastic. So first of all, prevention, then definitely we will achieve the success. Now this slide, you can see the plastic waste generation. I am only talking about plastic because this year 23 have been informed from the United Nations to celebrate and observe the solution to the plastic waste only. So this is the scenario you can see that plastic waste generation, estimated generation in India, it is collection was 60%, uncollected 40%, meaning by 40% is a concern, uncollected. Because if it is uncollected, then how you are going to be getting some sort of recycling like that? Then non-recycling. Then you can see ban plastic carry bags, partial bans, certified composite forms by Central Pollution Control Board. Then Central Pollution Control Board is the authority which normally issues the certificates. I am a, you can say, consultant of Uttar Pradesh Pollution Control Board from Lucknow. And since 2016, I'm looking after the Hapur city for ambient air quality monitoring. In that, definitely they used to provide the technical support. The basic equipment UP Pollution Control Board had supplied to the infrastructure side. Then definitely chemical balancing and then measuring PMM2, PMM8, like that, different NOx values. So definitely those reports, it is being sent to the particulars, their link, and they used to, because Hapur is a city which is near to Ghaziabad, so that time it was, and still it is there. In Uttar Pradesh, it is Uttar Pradesh Control Pollution Board. Here in Delhi, this is Central Pollution. So estimate power generation in Delhi, you can see complete whatever it is there from this side, it is shown in this one. And the assumption they have assumed that population of rural area is 69%, urban 31%. And you will surprised to know that plastic waste generation in rural area is half of the urban area. ये थोड़ा कंसर्न इसलिए है कि अर्बन एरिया में तो माना जा सकता है प्लास्टिक जनरेशन बड़ा प्रॉब्लम इस तरह का रूरल एरिया में नहीं होता था, बट द सिचुएशन हैज कम, इट इज हाफ ऑफ द as compared to the urban side. Now this is the good slide where you can see the impact of plastic waste. First, left, upper left, you can say plastic pollution in river. A city known to be a Bombay city, it is a big city, we all are aware. It's got we known to be the capital city. This is a commercial city or economical city of the country. Here you see on the way of some, you can say river bodies, the plastic waste you can see on what is stored there. And what do you imagine? How much time it will take to decompose? If it is non-biodegradable, there is no chance of any decomposition. And the whole belt is creating a lot of problems. So definitely solutions are there. Now it is being handled in a proper way, but time is taking. It is because volume and disposal is very high. Government resources are there, but it is in the it has got limitation also. Other slide on the right upper corner, you can see plastic bags kills animal. Definitely animal takes plastic, they eat plastic. And if a plastic item which is non-biodegradable, it goes inside the stomach of any animal, how they will survive? It is a big question. And next here you've seen this downside of the left side, soil landscape degradation due to plastic litter. It is also clear that is not very much conducive for keeping the nature in order. Nature has to be balanced from each and every corner. If it is some sort of disbalance will be there, the human will be getting disturbed. Because balance in the nature is needed from all the sides. And the last one you can see, the open burning of plastic waste. There are certain cases which have been observed in certain sector of the states, different states where this type of plastic waste have been thought to dispose by just burning it, but it has created a lot of environmental issues. It has created the great diseases. So it is not easy to just store the things and you'll burn the plastic. So scientists and technologists both has to think also. That is why now science and technology role, Dr. Pant said, the role of science and technology was very much important in each and every issue of the environment. To handle every, here we talk about plastic. So science and technology has got their appropriate technology that is known as appropriate technology itself. There is a word that you must be aware, that is appropriate technology, which is suitable to give a solution for an actually specific problem. So that appropriate technology is there, and for that you have to use it and you have to go ahead. Now this slide, please see. The South Indian, this is the picture of a South Indian side. The state is Andhra Pradesh. And here, elephants, you can see, they are there amid the waste of this whole lot, public nearby are taking the photograph and having a great curiosity to see the elephant. But on the other side, you can see the elephants are eating the waste, which is certainly going to create a problem. That is why so many things are you are getting in a newspaper that life of elephants are decreasing. There are, you can say, the number of elephants are, you can say, reducing, whatever. So this is the situation which is not appreciated from the society side, and government is also very much concerned, whether it is central government and state government. They all are having some focus point, and they are doing some lot of effort also. But let's hope that it will be a contributory side from all the side. If it is going to be successful, it will be a, you can say, great contribution towards society. We had observed many the plastic waste and all. Now, very good solution. There was a case which is successful in this Arunachal Pradesh. And you can see this side on the side left of this. The slide is of mix of two slides. Right side, there are equipments. Left side, there are plastic waste which have been, you can say, crushed and which has been, you can say, converted into the finer particles. Whatever the plastic waste have been collected from different sources of different places in this district of Arunachal Pradesh, that they have been dumped inside, and the machine is available which is ready to recycle the available waste of plastic for road construction. In Ghaziabad only, there are for certain roads which have been made as a plastic road through the Nagar Nigam of Ghaziabad development. That Nagar Nigam has taken a lot of care. So the each and every municipal corporation and Nagar Nigam, Gram Panchayat has got instructions from the central government and state government also to ensure that some sort of plastic road should be there in each and every town. For that, whatever the fund comes from the central government to MPs, MLAs, Nagar Panchayat, municipal corporations, they all has to use that fund for making the plastic road, because if it can be a successful model in the country, so a lot of waste, not from the plastic, so many other waste also, but road is only there which is possible from this particular plastic waste. So if it can be done, so it will be contribution to the saving of different necessary resources also, and otherwise that wastage will be converted into the useful form. I do not know about the Gorakhpur status, but definitely Gorakhpur status will also have some sort of fund for this recycling plastic waste into the, and that is being done as a solid waste management activity under the you can say municipal corporation. In Ghaziabad, I am aware because one of my known has got a project and they had help, and the particular road is there. So this is a beautiful concept of the country where this plastic road can be a better solution for disposal and solution of the plastic waste. That is the theme of today's World Environmental Day. This slide, you can have a little brief about beat plastic pollution. The slogan of this year have been mentioned on this particular slide. You can see that is the beat plastic solution since 1950. You can see, imagine the particular volume, 9.2 billion tons of plastic have been produced, resulting in the generation of about 6.9 billion tons of primary plastic waste. This is represented and statistic of UNEP, that is United Nations Environmental Program. UNEP is the body of United Nations which declared to celebrate the global level program of World Environment Day. That is the UNEP, which is a United Nations based country. So they have released this particular, I think 4 or 5 days back. So I incorporated this information in this talk of today, and it is there for this session that this much 6.9 billion tons of primary plastic waste have been generated. Now, other uses of waste plastic, you can see. You can use in plastic greenhouse. And greenhouse, you know that it is used to serve as a horticulture nursery for cluster farmers. Beautiful concept. If students of KIPM group, whether of engineering, pharmacy, or management, or any course, if they can choose some project of third year, because it needs 2 years, so in third year they can choose, and they should choose also that I will develop plastic greenhouse in final year. Those students who comes or who are going to come in third year, in July, August, when they reports to the college, they should take project under the guidance of one of the faculty with the support from Uttar Pradesh Pollution Control Board, Gorakhpur Regional Office. And for that, we can request RO Gorakhpur to support. And they can develop this one. Plastic greenhouse, if they can develop inside the institution, it will be very good contribution, and you can good for the institution and making the awareness that see that plastic have been used in this way. And this is useful as a horticulture nursery for the cluster farmers and nearby farmers also. You have got your Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, where you have got villages. You are tuned to make aware to the farmers also. So those attractions are there in this particular project. And your creativity mind will be appreciated from all the corners. Second, prefabricated Anganwadis. That is another thing which you can do from the waste of the plastic. Whatever you are storing, Professor Pant said in the morning, just that in a institute, you should take the first pilot project. Whatever the waste of the institution, plastic, it comes from hostel side, kitchen side, administrative building side, academic side. There should be proper storage, proper mechanism, flowchart should be there. They should be disposed, they should be stored, and they should be civil engineering and chemistry and other departments should be very. Because in every colleges in my university also, they have got the conversion technology from the waste of plastic. Today they are celebrating. I have arranged some sort of program, and RO Roorkee is there from Uttarakhand Pollution Control Board today, but due to some work at Delhi, I came to Delhi. Today I am away, and but our purpose is to see that this department level activity should be there. And certainly civil and chemistry person can take the project. And if you are taking this Anganwadis, it is promoted from government, state government, Uttar Pradesh. And if shredded politics mixed with the cement for flooring you can use, you will see a lot of appreciation, because in society, persons needs help also. It will be very much useful. Then pavers block and bricks. That you must have heard the bricks made from the this plastic waste. Colored bricks are in market, and the plastic bricks are very light in weight, very soft. No doubt they have got their particular application also, but why not to think about to produce plastic brick through the waste of your plastic from your own institutional or nearby places, whatever it can be. And paver blocks is very, very, very useful from connecting one building to other building, or from other side. If you have designed and you have fabricated some paver blocks, bricks, so definitely these things you can utilize. And you'll see the right side, the slide, you can see the different outcome based, you can say, disposal of plastic. So certainly I hope that HODs and deans of KIPM group should take the project in July in 2023 with the students, because the students are very, nowadays they have got high IQ level. They are very well informed. They are, you can say, they are very much creative. So why not to utilize their creative mind in creative some sort of expected solution from the government, and definitely society also needs. Now, process mechanism, definitely we would be interested that if it is a plastic road, then what is the process mechanism? And mechanism I have tried to just show with a very simple slide, which can see a block of black color, which says plastic waste collection and segregation. Here in the first segment as a block of B color, that is black color, is plastic waste collections are there, and then segregation will be there. Then it has to be plastic shredding and transportation. Definitely, if it has been segregated, then solution is there to just take to the particular center where machineries are available, which has to be converted and will be used in the proper way, and definitely it will be used in the road. I have got a report. I will send the report of how the plastic road have been done, what is the necessity, that to the chairman of institutes. So I'll definitely send, and then or whenever I'll meet, I'll give, because that is very much not a tough task and a very small investment also from the management side, and that from the municipal corporation side. Now the downside, you can see non-recyclable plastic and sell it to the road contractors. Now, if KIPM can convert some sort of plastic into the non-recyclable plastic, also they can sell it to the road contractors, because contractors wanted to purchase. And that too, because they will be only doing this work on the ground in the large area. Contractors buy shredded plastic at ₹25. जो वेस्ट प्लास्टिक है वो 25 रुपए पर केजी वो श्रेडेड प्लास्टिक को लेते हैं. That picture again, it is a little bit showing the situation of our country in a different state, where we can see everything is there, but eco balance is not there. It is something disturbed. Ecology is disturbed. Although river is there, the solid is there. Here you can say a lot of plastic waste are there. So definitely ecosystem is totally disbalanced. And what is the impact of this plastic pollution? We should also know that burning of plastic waste releases toxic gases which cause diseases. मैंने आपको एक स्लाइड दिखाया था जिसमें प्लास्टिक वेस्ट बर्न ओपन किया जा रहा था. इसके कारण बहुत डिजीजेस आती हैं और इसीलिए कोई प्लास्टिक को जलाता नहीं. Second, you can see plastic waste dumping contaminate soil and water. Then cow dies due to indigestion of plastic waste. It is well known to us that whenever plastic we used to throw in the open side, so definitely some animal will take it and some animal may eat it. So we should not throw here and there on the roadside or anywhere. It should not be like this. Then a littered plastic waste give ugly look and choke the drains. Definitely, drains are always, or you can say in the maximum cases, get choked when a lot of plastic goes inside that. And plastic products contain lead, cadmium, and you can say pigments which are commonly used as additive are known as toxics. Plastic has got a lead, you can say lead, cadmium. Lead is not very much appreciated for the any issue. They all are, you can say, toxics. So definitely whatever the plastic in terms of pollution or in terms of waste, or if it is lying stored unattended, so these are the impacts which is very known to all of us. The nature will be there and the effects are visible. Now this slide says about Government of India notified plastic waste management rules. And this is that have been firstly notified on 18 March 16, and still it is applicable. And prescribed authority, आप देख सकते हैं बड़े साफ सुथरे शब्दों में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का नोटिफाई है, सभी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को लिखा हुआ है कि आपके फंक्शन क्या होगा और आपकी जिम्मेदारी क्या होनी चाहिए. और KIPM group institution can approach these organizations. And I think fortunately our RO is very very positive in all aspects of that UP Pollution Control Board, Gorakhpur in it. So he will be helping us in making this KIPM in a better way, that the State Pollution Control Board and Pollution Control Committee, the function has been defined, you can see on the slide. Second, the concerned secretary in charge of urban development of the state or union territory. So Secretary of Urban Development and Ministry at Lucknow has got a role in this for regulatory use and other activities. The concerned Gram Panchayat shall be authority. So Gram Panchayat nearby the institutions, they have got the government fund. Their fund are needed as given for this proper solution of this through this rule of March 16. And district magistrate or district commissioner of every state in the country, not only in one state, they have been given the particular function to assist the above authorization in for making an enforcement. For RO, UP Pollution Control Board also has to take the approval from DM of any city. A secretary has got, it will implement through the DM. So definitely the mechanism have been defined how to go for the plastic waste. So on today's day of World Environment Day, which is focused on the theme that solution to the waste plastic, I want to inform all of the audience that these are the authorities which have been notified on this slide, and the functions is also there, which is well defined. So one can know that to whom we should approach and what should be the purpose. And if really we have to get success, and it is, there are persons, there are institutions, corporate office who are doing this. You can see other slide, that is responsibility of local body and Gram Panchayat. Segregation of plastic waste at source. This is their responsibility. And this is the central government rule, and it is already notified under GEO that Gram Panchayat and local body should support and provide all the funds required for segregation of plastic waste at source in their area of vicinity. Then they have to channelize the recyclable plastic waste to the recyclers, because that needs money. This is the responsibility of government also, central government, state government, local body, Gram Panchayat, to dispose the issue. Individual, how you can go for their disposal? It is not possible. Because they are the government body, they have been given fund, why not utilize? Then third, you can see ensuring processing and disposal of non-cyclable plastic waste as the guideline issued by the Central Pollution Control Board, that is Delhi, who controls the national-wise activity also. Fourth one, conducting awareness program for plastic waste management. Now, for example, you want to organize some sort of awareness program at KIPM in the later stage for the plastic waste management. So local body and Gram Panchayat should support financially in a better way. We know the purpose, but the initiation is needed. The last two things you can see, local bodies should set up for plastic waste and management. And finally, the local body to frame bylaws incorporating the provision of the rules. So they have got their authority, they have got their bodies where they can include the college senior responsible person who can be a member of their activity, so many things. And the responsibility of waste generators, it is a very interesting slide that you can see that waste generators are also there, but the responsibility of those type of generators are shown here. And it is also amended in 2016 from the Prime Minister's side. First, responsibility is to minimize plastic waste generation and segregation at source. सबसे पहला हम लोग का ही काम ये है कि minimize करना है plastic waste की generation को. Second, no spreading of plastic waste and ensure segregated storage of waste at source. Because there are different type of plastic waste, there are different type of waste also. Small plastic waste, larger, so many things. So that you have to segregate at the whoever will be the generators of waste, they have to be careful, and they have got responsibility also not to spread here and there. And finally, every person responsibility for organizing an event in open space, which involves service of food stuff in plastic or multi-layer. So that is also very interesting that everyone, every person here responsible for organizing an event in open space, which involves service of food stuff. But yes, you have to be very careful also. Marking or labeling. Here, that has been there, which has been given to the contractor and local bodies to just go in this site, in this way. The slide is available. PPT I will forward to Chairman, sir, and further Dean and HOD can see. The challenges before that, PWM is, you can say, littering of plastic waste in public places, bus station, railway, tracks, dustbin, alongside roadside or townside cities. So students and all of us, you can say, we have to be aware that such things are serious issues, and burning of plastic waste definitely emits toxic gases. And non-cyclic, you can say non-cyclable plastic waste such as multi-layered, metal pouched, and other thermostat plastic, that is a disposal problem. Unscientific waste processing and disposal of plastic waste. Unregistered plastic waste recycling industries open in conforming areas, that is a residential, are posing threat to the environment. Ultrasound recycling practices. Now, last two slides are, I'll finish in 5-10 minutes because time, I think it is exceeding. So plastic waste management, you can see it can be recycled, and IS number have been given in 2016, that 14553, and they shall be utilized in road construction. That is the type of energy recovery. Now this slide is very interesting. You can see how to utilize plastic waste and disposal and dispose. You see least preferred options. One down arrow is marking, and other upward marked arrow indicate most favored option. What are this pyramid? You can say what pyramid is saying: disposal, energy recovery, recycling, reuse, minimization, prevention. Either you go from this side to that side, or come from down to from top to bottom pyramid. Definitely most favored option will be coming from down to pyramid side. Either go at the first prevention, or if you are getting some disposal, then you have to solve the energy recovery immediately, and then you have to involve. Innovative technologies for disposal of plastic waste. These are the 4 innovative technologies which have been developed currently in the technical world, because you know the world presently is driven through the digital technology. The whole world is driven as a digital world driven technology, which is a necessity for the technology also to use in every way. So utilization of plastic waste in road construction, that is the innovative technology. Second innovative technology which is in picture nowadays is co-processing of plastic waste in cement kilns. Third, conversion of plastic waste into fuel oil. Biorefinery आपने सुना होगा, अभी आजकल biorefinery का एक concept आ चुका है कि in that only all the biodegradable items, biomass concept, biomass and all, they are being disposed. Nearby Panipat, one biorefinery is the biggest one which is in operation, and recently it was inaugurated by Prime Minister. And they produce biofuel, ethanol, methanol, like that. E20 word भी आपने सुना होगा, जिसमें कि अभी कुछ दिन पहले बेंगलोर में Prime Minister inaugurate किया that in coming in 2025 E20 vehicle will come, car will come in picture. And you will be surprised to see E20 vehicle के लिए आपको 5,000 extra देना पड़ेगा, उसमें उनकी kit अलग होती है. E20 vehicle will be known from the car and heavy vehicles or bike वगैरह. उसमें basically reason क्या है कि 20% वो biograde inbuilt रहेगा. The engine and other assembly have been designed in this way that 80% petrol and 20% biodiesel. Biodiesel I will not say, ethanol I will say, because that biorefinery is producing ethanol, and 20% ethanol will reduce the definitely 100% requirement of petrol diesel. So आपके pollution के ऊपर भी असर पड़ेगा, और nature में थोड़ी सी इसके कारण you will be getting a proper environment. So E20 is there. You can work on the E20 project also. And then third latest technology चले, conversion of plastic waste to fuel हो गया, and then finally you can see disposal of plastic waste through plasma pyrolysis green technology. That is the very important. This the last technology is there which produce the green plastic. Now in the time to come, or very soon, we will see green plastic will be in high demand, because if we are talking about that white plastic is not required, and that disposal of plastic of this any nature is concerned, then this pyrolysis technology is creating and useful in manufacturing the green plastic. That is a different area. If that lecture will take another 40-50 minutes. This is the last slide, or again few slides will appears to be more, but today's waste, tomorrow is for resource. This slide is a beautiful slide. You can see Downside, you see the point number 1, the smallest circle says that door-to-door collection and segregation. Next circle, 2 bin system, 1 dry waste and 1 wet waste. हमेशा वेट जो वेस्टेज के जो आपके बकेट होते हैं 2 होते हैं, एक ड्राई वेस्ट का रखा जाता है, एक वेट वेस्ट को, दोनों को एक में नहीं डालते. Third, transportation. Definitely, if it is there segregated, segregation means you are keeping in 2 different bins. One is wet for waste, wet plastic waste, and other is dry. And then transportation, then utilization in different sectors, and finally big circle on the top arrowhead. You can see zero waste concept. But at that time you don't get any waste, and that will be a zero waste concept. And this is the diagram of PWM to be implemented by municipal authorities. That diagram, the deans and HODs can read with this slide. Flow diagram is shown. That will be helpful in doing the project. And this alternate to conventional petro-based plastic carry bag films. Here you can see compositable plastic. आपने प्लास्टिक तो पहले सुना होगा, अभी compostable plastic means plastic that undergoes degradation, biological process during composition of to yield CO2, water, inorganic compound and biomass at a rate consistent with. You can see very beautiful concepts are there, but we have to wait and we have to work also. Composite carry bags product should be alternate to convenient petrol-based product. A list of certified manufacturers and seller is available to the Central Pollution Control Board. You can visit the website also, www.CPCB. ये Central Pollution Control Board का website है, जो दिल्ली से ऑपरेट करती है. मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट केंद्र के अंतर्गत ही आती है. और आगे बढ़ने के लिए ऑर्गेनाइज मास अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम फॉर नॉट यूजिंग लेस देन 50 microgram carry bag. Open burning of shall be strictly prohibited. Then door-to-door collection of municipal solid waste in 2 bins, जो मैंने अभी पहले बताया, shall enforced immediately, and segregation of waste should be done at the ward level in each municipality. Way forward to film there. This is another slide which says that wet waste should be converted into the compost and biomethane vermicomposting, and registration on manufacturing and use of single-use plastic product should be, you can say, bags, cup, plates, straw, thermocol products, and encourage alternate to the plastic product like paper, compostable cloths. Road ahead, it is the last but one slide that we can see non-cyclable waste is there. Then it arrow goes ahead, road construction you are achieving. Again, downside is the same way. Start plastic granule in its market sale, and this slide you can see. So this is all about this particular awareness program of national, that is the International Environment Day, which has got a theme of solution of plastic waste and what is the impact on our society. So one thing I could summarize in today's seminar, that is a particular program that Professor Pant has elaborated in a wider way for a world scenario in a broader perspective, and he has fortunately invited all of you to visit IIT Roorkee. And I'll request Chairman Sir to depute some of the deans and students, good interesting students to visit IIT Roorkee, because in summer also they had got working, they don't have vacation. And their R&D, soon they will be, I think MOU is there lying with them, and soon it will be signed. That is the MOU between KIPM Gorakhpur and IIT Roorkee will be soon signed, because I was informed by someone from Roorkee that it is already in a committee. And if Director IIT have invited you, so you should take the advantage. And if before going to Roorkee, you should homework from your side, that which of the project you will associate with them. I will request a student also to just do the joint project with the students of IIT Roorkee under the joint, you can say, guidance of one professor from KIPM and another professor from IIT Roorkee, which director will support very positive. So because their virtual lab is very strong, they are working a lot of in different multidisciplinary aspect. And whatever best possible, we will also try to see that Municipal Corporation Gorakhpur should encourage KIPM to go for the plastic road concept Let it be a small segment. Let it be in GIDA only. There is no harm to just put effort from the director to lead the whole task. For that, meeting is always needed with some vision, with some writing document, with some support. So they should prepare some sort of a request proposal to the director IIT Roorkee, and they should visit to the IIT Roorkee in June only, because why to wait for July? They have got complete working, and 1 or 2 day visit they can the plan to just get that advantage and try to take the project for third year student, and let the project should complete in the final year, and that project will help all of the students who will do there in coordination. Nowadays hybrid type learning is there. Some type you want any guidance from guide of Roorkee professor, you will be getting online. Sometimes you can visit directly to the campus. So we are getting support from IIT Roorkee and other NIT Warangal also. Professor Vidyasagar is also very helpful man. And in the same way, some sort of NIT Warangal is prestigious NIT among all the country NITs. I have done the inspection of NIT Warangal in 2017. And it has got a beautiful entrepreneurship building and then innovative and TBI, so many things. So the HODs and deans should take the advantage of both the higher institutions. One from IIT Roorkee, which is the prestige of country, and another is the best NIT of the country, that is NIT Warangal. This is upon the director and HODs of the concerned KIPM group to do a lot of homework, to draft a concept of proposal before visit to the campus director, and they should visit to the campus of these two, and they should request the directors. And definitely if your proposal are good, and they will also appeal, because Pantji is very much positive, and he said to all of you that he is always ready to help. So thank you very much, madam, and thank you, sir, chairman, sir, for giving me a time to just elaborate something which is a desired as far as the international environmental day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It won't be wrong to call you true inspiration, not only for young mind, but for all of us around. How beautifully you have shown us the impact, worst impact of use of plastic. And also you told us how it is polluting our environment. Because anything which damages our environment, definitely it reflects on our health. It reflects on our life. But at the same time, you didn't miss to give us the solution in a form of RRR, reuse, reduce, and recycle. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you to have you here this morning. And thank you for once again for giving this kind of electrifying start to our event on the day of World Environment Day. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
Now, this event won't be complete if we don't hear words of wisdom from our Secretary Sir, KIPM Technical Campus. So for this, I would like to invite our Secretary Sir to please come upon and share his word of wisdom with all of us.
वर्ल्ड इन्वायरमेंटल डे के इस शुभ अवसर पे उपस्थित हमारे मुख्य अतिथि प्रोफेसर के पंत जी IIT रूरकी, विशिष्ट अतिथि के रूप में उपस्थित प्रोफेसर SP पांडे सर, जो हमारे प्रेरणा स्रोत और AICT के मार्गदर्शक भी हैं, KIPM कॉलेज के भी मार्गदर्शक हैं। अभी 4 बजे हम लोगों के बीच में उपस्थित होंगे प्रोफेसर विद्याधर सुबुद्धि, डायरेक्टर IIT वारंगल, KIPM टेक्निकल कैंपस के चेयरमैन श्री RD सिंह सर हम लोगों के बीच में है, जुड़े हुए हैं। KIPM कॉलेज के टेक्निकल कैंपस के सभी डायरेक्टर्स, डीन्स, टीचर्स, HODs और हमारे प्यारे छात्र एवं छात्राओं, विश्व पर्यावरण दिवस के अवसर पे अभी हम लोग अपने मुख्य अतिथि, अपने विशिष्ट अतिथि के द्वारा पर्यावरण और प्रदूषण के बारे में विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में उसकी हानियों के बारे में हम लोग जानकारी प्राप्त कर रहे थे। निश्चित रूप से आप लोग उससे लाभान्वित हुए होंगे। सबसे पहले हम KIPM परिवार की तरफ से आप सभी महान भावों का, मुख्य अतिथि और विशिष्ट अतिथि महोदय का हृदय से हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करते हैं। आप लोगों को बहुत सारा धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करते हैं कि आप लोग अपने व्यस्ततम और अमूल्य समय से समय निकाल करके अपने वाणी के द्वारा हम लोगों को अवसिंचित करवाए और पर्यावरण के बारे में, प्रदूषण के बारे में, ध्वनि प्रदूषण, वायु प्रदूषण और जल प्रदूषण के विभिन्न बिंदुओं पे हम लोगों से चर्चा किए। एक पॉली बैग नहीं उपयोग करने से क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, एक पॉली बैग उपयोग ना करने से क्या फर्क पड़ेगा अगर हम लोग पूरे पृथ्वी के सारे लोग छोड़ दें इसको अडॉप्ट करना, अपनाना, तो एक दिन में कितनी बड़ी क्रांति होगी। वैसे तो प्लास्टिक क्रांति वास्तव में बहुत बड़ी हो चुकी है, जो पूरे धरती के लिए खतरा बन चुका है। इसके बारे में बड़े विस्तार से हमारे विशिष्ट अतिथि महोदय ने बताया। वास्तव में पर्यावरण प्रदूषण इस धरती के लिए बहुत बड़ा खतरा बना हुआ है, उसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। यदि संपूर्ण विश्व में आणविक शस्त्रों के निर्माण और उसके दुरुपयोग से भी अगर कोई भयंकर समस्या है तो वह पर्यावरण प्रदूषण है। आप सारे लोग जानते हैं हमारे भूमंडल के चारों तरफ का जो दूषित एनवायरनमेंट है उसका आच्छादन ही पर्यावरण और प्रदूषण कहलाता है, जो मुख्य रूप से 5 घटकों के अंतर क्रियाओं के फलस्वरूप हुआ है, जैसे खनिज शैल, जीव जंतु, वायु और ऊर्जा। जब ये पांचों घटक का बैलेंस बिगड़ जाता है और इनका अनुपात एक दूसरे से ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है, या यूं कहें कि हमारे वायुमंडल में विषैले तत्वों का प्रवेश हो जाता है और सभी जीव जंतुओं, प्राणियों के लिए मृतप्राय बन जाता है, घातक बन जाता है, तो इसको हम प्रदूषण की श्रेणी में मान लेते हैं। पर्यावरणीय घटकों में होने वाले इन अवांछनीय एवं घातक परिवर्तन को मुझे समाप्त करना है। आज हमारी पूरी धरती इससे त्रस्त है। ग्रीन हाउस प्रभाव से पृथ्वी का तापमान लगातार बढ़ रहा है। क्लोरोफ्लोरोकार्बन जो हम स्वयं उत्सर्जित कर रहे हैं उससे हमारा जो जीवन देता है, एक तरह से हमको सुरक्षित रखने वाली ओजोन परत छलनी होती जा रही है। एटमी, औद्योगिक कचरों, चिकित्सीय कचरों से हवा और जल की जीवनदायिनी शक्ति का ह्रास हो रहा है। वन विनाश से लगातार कटता जा रहा है, लेकिन हम लोग उस पर ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं। पेपर में तो हम लोग लगाते हैं। सबसे आवश्यक है हमको स्वस्थ रहने के लिए, इस धरा को स्वस्थ रहने के लिए कि हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा वृक्ष लगाएं, क्योंकि 33% वृक्ष का होना हम लोगों के लिए बहुत नितांत आवश्यक है। हमारे इस पृथ्वी की हरितिमा, मौलिकता, संपन्नता एवं तमाम आवश्यकताओं का नामो निशान मिट रहा है। ऋतु चक्र परिवर्तित होता जा रहा है, अम्लीय वर्षा हो रही है, पानी का परंपरागत स्रोत समाप्त हो रहा है, पृथ्वी की उर्वरा शक्ति क्षीण होती जा रही है, रेत का साम्राज्य बढ़ता चला जा रहा है। क्या पूरी धरती को हमें रेगिस्तान के रूप में तब्दील करना है? सारे प्राकृतिक संसाधन समाप्त होते जा रहे हैं और हम लोग नवीकरणीय ऊर्जा के स्रोतों को आविष्कृत नहीं कर पा रहे। फिर भी हमारी लोलुपता, भौतिकता और हमारी अंधानुकरण की जो प्रवृत्ति है, हम कहाँ जाएंगे, हमारी आंख नहीं खुल रही है, मुंह फैलाए हुए हैं कि कितना ज्यादा हम अपने आप को सुखी करें। तो विभिन्न विषयों पे अभी हमारे लोगों ने हम लोगों से चर्चा किया। स्थल जल वायु प्रदूषण से जो महामारियां बढ़ रही हैं, सूखा, अकाल, हर चीज होता जा रहा है, उससे हम सभी लोगों को सोचना पड़ेगा, चेतना पड़ेगा। एक सर्वे के मुताबिक हम पढ़े कहीं पे कि चीन, अमेरिका, यूरोपीय संघ के बाद कार्बन के उत्सर्जन के क्षेत्र में या पर्यावरण प्रदूषण के क्षेत्र में भारतवर्ष भी चौथे स्थान पे है कि जो हम इस धरती को सबसे ज्यादा प्रदूषित कर रहे हैं। भारत में CO2 का उत्सर्जन वैसे अभी 1.9 टन है, तो अमेरिका में 15.5 टन है, रसिया में 12.5 टन है प्रति व्यक्ति उत्सर्जन हो रहा है। एक उसके जीवन में इतना उत्सर्जन करता है, तो यह उत्सर्जन जा करके बताइए कितना नुकसान कर रहा है। तो सबसे ज्यादा योगदान वैसे विकसित राष्ट्रों का है। हमने एक लक्ष्य बनाया हुआ इस देश के लोगों ने कि 2070 तक हम इसको जो है थोड़ा प्रदूषण मुक्त करेंगे, क्योंकि हम लोग जो एनर्जी को कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, हमारा उद्देश्य है कि 5 लाख मेगावाट बिजली हरित ऊर्जा से स्थापित किया जाए, जिससे कम से कम यह धरती जो है कार्बन मुक्त हो सके, प्रदूषण मुक्त हो सके। लेकिन अगर एक एक व्यक्ति यह चाह ले कि हमको कम से कम समय में कैसे ठीक करना है, सिर्फ हम लोगों को सोचने की जरूरत है, तो हम जल्दी से जल्दी इसको 10 सालों के अंदर ठीक कर सकते हैं। आप सारे लोग जान रहे हैं, इससे पूरा वायुमंडल जो दूषित हो रहा है, वायुमंडल में 78% नाइट्रोजन, 21% ऑक्सीजन, 0.3% कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, SO2, NH3, CO, O3, O2, He आज तमाम गैसें पाई जाती हैं। लगातार इसका संतुलन बिगड़ता जा रहा। अभी हमारे मुख्य अतिथि महोदय कह रहे थे कि अकेले मतलब कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का उत्सर्जन 50%, ये उत्सर्जन हम लोग करते जा रहे हैं, इसको हम लोगों को नियंत्रित करना होगा। जल और वायु और ध्वनि प्रदूषण तेजी से जो बढ़ रहा है, जल के बारे में आप लोग जानते हैं कि अगर 1 गैलन का रेशियो हो तो उसमें 1 बूंद ही पानी पीने योग्य है, बाकी सब प्रदूषित हो गया है। उसको हमको दुरुपयोगिता को समाप्त करना होगा। उसको कैसे उपयोगी बनाया जाए, कैसे स्वच्छ बनाया जाए, कैसे संरक्षित किया जाए, कैसे संवर्धित किया जाए, इस पे हम सबको सोचना पड़ेगा। हमारे बच्चों को, हमारे नौजवानों को, आने वाली जनरेशन को अगर सुरक्षित रखना चाहते हो तो हम जरा भी नहीं सोचते। जो सबसे गौर प्रदूषण था एक समय ध्वनि प्रदूषण, लेकिन कोई भी ऐसा शादी विवाह आप फंक्शन नहीं देखते हैं कि उसकी तीव्रता 200 डेसिबल तक पहुंच जा रही है। और 90 डेसिबल से कम हम शांति से चैन से रह सकते हैं। 90 डेसिबल से ऊपर जाने पे तमाम बीमारियां, चिड़चिड़ापन, घबराहट, बेचैनी, अनिद्रा, डिप्रेशन जैसी बीमारियां जन्म लेती हैं। और जब 180 डेसिबल से भी ऊपर ध्वनि की तीव्रता हो जाती है तो हम मृतप्राय हो सकते हैं, हमारी मौत तक हो सकती है। इतना घातक और खतरनाक होता है। एक अमेरिकी अंतरिक्ष यात्री वाल्टर एम शीर्ष, उन्होंने लिखा था कि चंद्रमा मानव के निवास स्थान के लिए उपयुक्त स्थान नहीं, ना ही शुक्र और मंगल ग्रह। यदि कोई समुचित और सुरक्षित जगह है तो वह पृथ्वी ही है। इस पृथ्वी को हमें स्वच्छ बना के रखना है। ये हमारा नैतिक दायित्व और कर्तव्य है। इसको हम साफ सुथरा बना करके रखें, जिससे हम जीवित रह सकें, हमारी आने वाली संतानें इसमें सुरक्षित रह सके। गांधी जी ने भी इसके लिए कहा था कि प्रकृति के पास मानवता की आवश्यकता की पूर्ति के लिए साधन है, उसके लोलुपता के नहीं। लोलुपता का मतलब आप समझ रहे हो ना, ये सभ्य हो हम या असभ्य हो, ये प्रकृति रूपी माँ की संतान हम सारे लोग। लेकिन आज हम उस प्रकृति रूपी माँ से हर चीज को जबरदस्ती खींच लेना चाहते हैं कि हम इससे कितनी सुविधाओं को ले लें। लेकिन माँ का दायित्व और कर्तव्य जो होता है वो महान गौरव का पद होता है। वो अपने बच्चों को सब कुछ स्वयं से देना चाहती है कि तुम जितने सुखी बनोगे उसको उतनी खुशी होती है। लेकिन आज उस प्रकृति रूपी माँ से हम जबरदस्ती हर चीज छीनने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और इस धरती माँ को बंजर बनाते जा रहे हैं, जल विहीन बनाते जा रहे हैं, प्रदूषित करते जा रहे हैं। एक रास्किन एक वैज्ञानिक थे, उन्होंने कहा था कि ईश्वर ने यह धरती मुझे उधार दिया। ईश्वर ने यह धरती मुझे उधार दिया हुआ है। यह धरती जितनी हमारी है उतनी उनकी भी है जो इस धरती पर आने वाले। ये हमारा दायित्व है कि इस धरती को हम सुरक्षित रखें, संरक्षित रखें, जिससे आने वाली जनरेशन भी इस पे सांस ले सके। तमाम चीजें हैं, तमाम लोगों ने इस पे, जब दुनिया के लोगों ने देखा, विकसित राष्ट्रों ने खास करके शुरू में कि इसके लिए क्या उपाय किया जाए, इसके संरक्षण के लिए, वन्य जीवों के संरक्षण के लिए, प्रकृति को संरक्षित करने के लिए, इकोसिस्टम को बनाए रखने के लिए सबसे पहले फ्रांस के कोटेन-ब्ला शहर में 1948 में एक सम्मेलन हुआ। सम्मेलन होकर के लोगों ने इस पे वन्य जीवों के संरक्षण के बारे में, प्रकृति के संरक्षण के बारे में वो सम्मेलन हुआ था। उसके तुरंत लेकिन वो मुखर नहीं हुआ, ठीक से मुखर हुआ उसके बाद जब संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ और विश्व स्वास्थ्य संगठन के संयुक्त सहयोग से तत्वाधान में 1968 में पेरिस में भी इसके लिए एक शिखर सम्मेलन का आयोजन किया गया और उस पे पर्यावरण और प्रदूषण के विभिन्न मुद्दों पे चर्चा किया गया। फिर 1972 में स्टॉकहोम में एक विशाल पर्यावरण प्रदूषण से संबंधित सम्मेलन हुआ इसके रोकथाम के लिए, जिसमें दुनिया के 110 देशों ने भाग लिया। लेकिन उसके बाद सब लोग सो गए, ठंडे बस्ते में चले गए। इस पे कोई, तब उस समय जो है भारतवर्ष में इतना ज्यादा प्रदूषण नहीं था। धीरे धीरे 22 वर्ष बीत गए। फिर ब्राजील की पूर्व राजधानी रियो डी जेनेरो में एक कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ, एक सम्मेलन हुए जिसे रियो सम्मेलन के नाम से, रियो शिखर सम्मेलन, उसे पृथ्वी सम्मेलन का भी नाम दिया गया और वह काफी मुखर हुआ। उसके बाद दुनिया के तमाम देशों ने, जापान, जर्मनी, ब्रिटेन, फ्रांस, इस पे काम करना शुरू किए और भारत में भी बहुत सारे काम इस पे किए गए। 1948 में, 1951 में, 1956 में, 1968 में, 1981 में बहुत सारे सम्मेलनों का आयोजन किया गया। जापान में भी 10 दिन तक लगातार एक सम्मेलन, क्योटो एक शहर है वहां का, वहां पे ग्लोबल वार्मिंग कॉन्फ्रेंस से संबंधित चर्चा किया गया। भारत ने जो संयुक्त प्रयास किया, राष्ट्रीय पर्यावरण आयोजन समन्वय समिति गठित की गई। भारत में वन नीति लागू है, उसे बार बार संशोधित किया गया। पर्यावरण संरक्षण के लिए 30 प्रमुख कानून इस समय इस देश में है, जिसे केंद्र व राज्य सरकारें लागू करती हैं, जैसे जल अधिनियम 1974, वायु अधिनियम 1981, बाघ परियोजना 1973, राष्ट्रीय वन्य जीवन कार्य योजना 1983, केंद्रीय गंगा प्राधिकरण योजना 1985, राष्ट्रीय बंजर भूमि विकास प्राधिकरण 1985 में इन लोगों का गठन किया गया कि पर्यावरण को सुदृढ़ बनाया जाए, समुचित बनाया जाए, और इस तरह से बहुत सारे उल्लेखनीय प्रयास किए गए। लेकिन सब सरकारी प्रयासों को सफलता तब मिलेगी जब हम लोग स्वयं उस पे काम करेंगे। इतने बड़े बड़े सेमिनार, हम लोगों का ये सौभाग्य है कि IIT रूड़की के डायरेक्टर प्रो वाइस चांसलर प्रोफेसर SP पांडे सर, NIT वारंगल के डायरेक्टर अभी शाम को 4 बजे आप लोगों से जुड़ेंगे और इस प्रदूषण के मुद्दे पे विभिन्न बिंदुओं से आपसे बात वो भी करेंगे। हम लोगों को सुनने का मौका मिल रहा है, तो सुन करके इस पे हम लोगों को अमल करना है, इस पे क्रियान्वयन कार्य करना है, बहुत सारे काम को करना है इस धरती को स्वच्छ बनाए रखने के लिए। और प्लास्टिक क्रांति को हम लोगों को क्या करना है, कम करना है। प्लास्टिक तो इस देश के, इस दुनिया के लिए, इस पृथ्वी के लिए सबसे बड़ा खतरा बन गया है। चाहे वो नदियां हों, चाहे समुद्र हो, चाहे छोटे मोटे तालाब और गड्ढे हों। आप शहर से निकलते हैं, उस कचरे को ना तो हम खत्म कर सकते हैं, अगर जलाएंगे तो कार्बन की मात्रा वायुमंडल में फैलेगी, जगह जगह हीट आइलैंड का निर्माण होगा, बहुत सारी समस्याएं जन्म लेंगी। तो कैसे इसे सफल बनाया जाए, तो किसी ने लिखा है कि यदि यही हाल जब बना रहा तो आगे चलकर क्या होगा। आओ सब मिलकर यह सोचें कि जीवन कैसे सुखमय होगा। नहीं तो ना हम बचेंगे, ना तो मेरी धरती बचेगी। तो अपने आप को बचाने के लिए, इस धरती को बचाने के लिए हम लोगों को कार्य करना है, निरंतर प्रयास करना है। एक बार पुनः मैं अपने विशिष्ट अतिथि, अपने मुख्य अतिथि का हृदय से स्वागत, अभिनंदन करता हूँ, वंदन करता हूँ। इसी के साथ जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Very beautifully, sir has said so many things which is about learning, because losing and winning doesn't make any difference. It's all about participation. And yes, sir has said very true thing that charity begins at home. It is we who have to take initiative that yes, it is my earth, it is my environment, and I have to keep it neat and clean. I have to make it go green, save green, and breathe clean. With this, I would like to announce about the Mela, which is going to be organized on the ground of KIPM. And it is a small initiative which has been taken from KIPM family to create an awareness and unite people in order to save our mission, that is sustainable practice and mission life. And now, before leaving the room, I would like to also announce that there is an arrangement of refreshment outside for all of you. So before proceeding or enjoying your Mela, please have it. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Our next session is going to begin sharp by 3:45 in the afternoon at the same very place. Thank you so very much.